Welcome to MetalMachine.net. This week we are talking to 1349, first show in New York City, on their first date in New York City with co-headliners Triptychon. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Raven on vocals.
Marquet on guitars.
Saidam on bass.
So guys, you guys are in New York City, and you're starting the tour in New York City. How does that feel, and are you guys ready to go?
We've been here before, so we
Like the new New York?
It's second in New York.
As opposed to the old, dirty New York?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back here. You know, it's a good audience usually. We always have good shows here, so we have some friends here, and so it's cool to come around again.
So you guys are now on with Triptychon. How many dates are you guys going to be doing in the States? How long is the tour going?
It's 21 shows, so it's throughout the month.
Okay.
We're going home from Houston at the end of the month.
Give me a little history on the band for the people that don't know a little about 1349. There's been a couple of members from other bands that come into 1349. A little brief history?
There you go.
Well, 1349 basically started out in 1997 with Raven here on vocals, me on bass, and the former guitar player Tjalve. And as time progressed, we picked up Marquet on guitars and Frost on drums. And we recorded and released several albums on Candlelight Records. Most notably of those is, of course, Hellfire from 2005, which I think was the one that gained us most attention, and was also the album that got us over to the States. Of course, guitarist Tjalve left us after that album in 2006, if I remember correctly. And after that, we have used session members of different bands for guitar duties throughout.
Apart from the US.
Yeah, apart from the US, true. No, wait, we used Tellock, didn't we?
Yeah, for first couple of shows. So
Yeah.
for first, yes.
Yeah. And well, after that, we have continued as a four-piece, of course. Released Revelations of the Black Flame in 2009, if I remember correctly, and most recently Demo Noir this year. And of course that lands us a support slot with Cannibal Corpse earlier this year, and now we're back co-headlining with Triptychon, and of course we're looking immensely forward to that.
Now, you do have the new album, Demonor, out. A little information about how do you guys get together to put your music? You know, do you guys get together in one room? Do you guys talk to each other over the phone? Do you guys write separately? How do you guys get together to do your music?
Usually it depends. You know, the more standard way of the writing process happens with one mind as such, you know, to compile a song, but it also depends on the nature of the song. I mean, most of them I have written the music for, but a lot of the recent stuff that we do, we go together, and Raven has made a lot of all the tunnels, you know, the intersection in between the more metal music pieces and the Revelations of Black Flame, a lot of the innovative.
Now you guys are from Norway, or you're a Norwegian death metal band. Touring the States, what are the differences you guys see here when you're touring? You know, American fans reacting to the music, to the band and stuff like that.
It's clearly much more enthusiastic audience over here, I believe, because the genre is newer, so it's just getting its grip here now. More and more, it's increasing. Yeah, I can say personally my favorite area to tour is pretty much here and Eastern Bloc Europe. I think that goes for all of us. We really share that, you know, that's more enthusiastic side of human nature.
How do you guys see the state of metal now in New York, in the United States? You know, a couple of years ago it was dying off. You know, bands were really just not making it here. Clubs were shutting down, especially in the New York City area. And there seems to be a resurgence now, especially with a lot of European bands coming in. How do you guys see the metal scene as a whole around the world, in the States, where you guys are from?
Well, the metal scene will always go in waves as all the other genres, but I see it as one of the genres that is going more steady than the others. It doesn't vary that much, and that of course go both ways. And for our sake, as a black metal band, it's always a hardcore fan base that's out there, whether or not it's more or less public doesn't mean that much. Actually, it's if people pick up on it, then they do, and trends don't actually follow black metal. So it's more a way for people to live than it is about the trends.
How do you guys feel or use the whole technological wave of things that are going on now with music and websites and social networks? Do you think that's a help for metal music in a whole?
Well, when it comes to making music, we make use of all the technology that's out there, and we see whether or not we can benefit from it, and if it can help us create new aspects and new dimensions to our music. Regarding social medias, I'm not a personal fan of this, and I don't use it at all. But I see of course, there's a huge advantage to use it for the band in order to get the message out there, because that's where people or the fans are. So in order to meet the fans, not only by touring, you have to reach out a bit to them through these networks. Although, of course, one should still prefer tape trading and fan scenes, but I guess it's just me growing old, I reckon.
New World Order, huh?
Yeah. It will come and go.
Much more personal side to that. So.
I mean, I guess you can use it as a way also as a positive to stay in touch with fans, right?
Yeah, but I still like the more physical part when it comes to everything. I think it's better to you meet fans at concerts, you read about the bands that you like in magazines, you get the CDs or the vinyls. It's something physical. It's not just files in your computer and images on your screen that you just wipe away and bring something new up. It's
especially with metal, which is such a visual art.
Yeah, so I guess that's what it's boiling down to, for my personal sake at least. It's that I really enjoy the more physical part of it, and
such as vinyl.
And black metal is very physical, and the music that we perform also is extremely physical in all ways for us to perform. So
the nostalgia is worth keeping intact.
It's all kind of connected together.
Yeah. So you guys have toured with bands like Cannibal Corpse in the States and such. Any bands that you're looking forward to in the future to tour with, that you guys would love to be hanging around with on a tour?
You got a couple.
Well, the thing is, we've already done Celtic Frost.
You mentioned Slayer and Motorhead once.
Yeah, of course, but we've done Carcass. Basically, there's not too much left now. Of course, Slayer would be nice for me personally. Motorhead, of course, would be nice.
Truth is, we've been quite upfront and active to deserve the spots that we've gotten. In one way, you can also say lucky, but it's not just luck as such. We worked really hard to get where we are, and we get appreciated by other bands that we appreciate as well. So it's a positive synergy as such, that we get the chance to involve ourselves with with other acts that gives us something and inspires the band in several ways, which we've been fortunate enough to explore.
So this is the part, in talking about the whole social networking and web stuff, this is the part that you get to plug all your web influence stuff on. What does 1349 have? Like, where do people find 1349 online and the web?
www.legion1349, that's in one word, .com. You find it on MySpace, just search for the official 1349 MySpace, you'll find that. There is also a newly established, because I do check this stuff every now and then, my new Facebook profile that was just recently made. And apart from that, you can there will be your hunt, your task to figure out who of us is where.
Well, make it a little fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we also recently established a Twitter, so I guess it's twitter.com/1349official.
So there are a couple of places out there that people can find you. So what do you want to tell the fans here on the States and all over the world?
Come to the show. Come to the mass.
That's it. Guys, thank you very much. 1349 on tour right now in the States. Deminor out now. Go to all their websites. We'll be having links on their site. Continued success. First show here in New York City with Triptychon. Take it easy. See ya.